Hi Pisces, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of March 5th through the 11th. This is for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising signs. So Pisces, happy birthday if you happen to have a birthday this week. For this reading, I am using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck along with the Magical Messages from the Fairies Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. All right, and so at the bottom of the deck, I do have Temperance. Okay. Temperance for me is a very spiritual energy, very much can represent healing, balance, patience, moderation. Let's see here. So some of you this week that I'm reading for, maybe you've dealt with some difficulties. With Temperance though, it is a major arcana here. So with Temperance, your emotions could be balancing out, stabilizing here this week. Some of you could be definitely going through some healing. The overall energy is the King of Pentacles, which, I see the King of Pentacles as a very stable, grounded energy. So if you were, very emotional, Pisces, some of you this week are definitely more grounded here, more stable, more grounded. The King of Pentacles can also represent some of you very focused on your career, very focused on your finances. If you don't work for a living, very focused on the family, very focused on the home. But we're starting out with the Two of Cups. So we have the Two of Cups. And then we also have the Two of Pentacles. So a couple of twos here. So twos really speak about partnerships, whether that be business or romantic partnerships, and also sometimes decisions. With the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups, some of you could have received maybe a romantic offer, an opportunity. With the Knight of Cups, it's not always just an opportunity or an offer. It can be just, some good news that came to you, some romantic communication for some of you. Some of you could have maybe received an opportunity here from another person. Now, they could be a water sign person, but they don't have to be. With the Knight of Cups, I always see him as someone that you already know. So, he could be someone you're already dating. He could be a friend. He could be an ex, but someone that you already know. With the Two of Pentacles here, if you received, an offer with the Two of Pentacles, I think that maybe some of you are contemplating, maybe weighing the pros and cons, going back and forth, trying to make a decision. With the Two of Pentacles, I do see it sometimes as like an emotional energy, feeling emotionally like you're on a roller coaster. You could have made your mind up and then, the next day changing your mind. I think that some of you have a decision to make here in regards to a relationship or a partnership, whether that's romantic or business or even a friendship. Some of you have maybe a decision to make here about another person. Now, if it's on the business front, we do also have the Five of Pentacles here. So Five of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Maybe some of you have struggled financially. You could have, been dealing with some difficulties on the financial front. But with, the Five of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and Temperance, if you were struggling financially, things might be starting to balance out for you here. Yes, maybe you're still having to juggle a couple of things here. Financially speaking, but you could actually be on the road to recovery here. So, maybe recently you landed a better job, or you could be working more hours, but, I feel like for some of you, things are actually stabilizing if you were dealing with any sort of like financial difficulties. With the Five of Pentacles, it's not always financial difficulties. It can be also just feeling a lack financially or a lack of financial security. But again, I feel like things are balancing out for you. And that can explain why we have the King of Pentacles here as the overall energy for some of you guys, because you're very focused on your career. maybe, you know, wanting to bring in more money, trying to bring in more money. But what's interesting is we also have the Two of Swords here. So we have 3 2s here. Two of Swords, it is a card of non-action for me, and it can be someone who is a little closed off or not open or resisting, especially if, you know, you have to make an important decision. This can be someone who's procrastinating or not making a decision, putting it off, not listening to their intuition. But you know, Pisces, it could be that I'm reading for 2 different groups of you guys this week. We have this Two of Swords, and then I have the 5 of Cups. So we have this mental and emotional energy here with the 5 of Cups and the Moon. You know, with the Moon and the 5 of Cups, it's a very emotional energy. It also is, for me, it's a very pessimistic energy. The person here, you know, they're focusing on what they've lost. They're focusing on what's going wrong. They're focusing on the negative side of things. You know, if something's taking a long time and you're experiencing a lot of delays, focusing on that, focusing on the negative side of things and not focusing on the positive. So I think that some of you with this Moon energy, you're dealing with a situation where there's maybe a lot of confusion. Things are up in the air. Not all is known just yet. And so I think that that is getting you down. Some of you could be losing faith, you know, maybe doubting that this thing is going to happen. So I would say just stay positive. Listen to your intuition. Like I mentioned with the Two of Swords, can be someone who's not really listening to their intuition. But with the Moon here, your intuition is definitely speaking to you this week. So pay attention to your dreams. Try to keep yourself stable and balanced here, especially emotionally, so you can receive those messages. With the 9 of Wands, I think that some of you have been waiting, and maybe you're starting to lose faith, and maybe that's why we have this kind of, you know, doubtful, pessimistic energy here for some of you, because you've been waiting, you're tired of waiting. But this is you hanging in there. This is you persevering here with the 9 of Rods. But again, you know, with Temperance, I feel like energetically speaking, things are balancing out for you. So no matter what you just went through, or, you know, if something's up in the air and not all is known yet and you're very emotional, whatever it may be, I feel like this is the week where you're starting to feel more stable. Some of you are definitely coming through a little bit more grounded here. And some of you have maybe an important decision to make about maybe a relationship, a partnership, a relationship. There could be something that's being offered to you here this week, and you need to make a decision about that. So again, I could be reading for 2 groups. Those of you that maybe have an important decision to make, and then for other Pisceans that maybe you've been waiting on something for a long time. Waiting on something for a long time. With Temperance, you know, you could be dealing with some divine timing, definitely. But I see you actually coming through very strong. I see you hanging in there, even though maybe you're sick of waiting, tired, definitely. But I do see you hanging in there. What can help you guys is just, you know, remaining positive. But let me pull you an additional guidance card. What else does Pisces need to know for this upcoming week? Additional guidance for Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. What else does Pisces need to know? All right. Very interesting. You know, I felt the need to look at this card, so we're going to look at both of them. So the very first card that landed upright is actually perfect timing. This is the right time for you to move forward. And then I felt the need to look at this one as well, which is marriage. The fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss, excuse me. So that's very interesting here, Pisces, because Marriage here in this deck, you know, I don't take some of these decks so literally here. So this is speaking about a partnership. And, you know, we have this Two of Cups, we have this Two of Pentacles, we have this offer or news that's coming your way. Some of you have this important decision to make, whether or not maybe you're going to accept this offer. And so I feel like here, for some of you, this is definitely, you know, some advice coming through for you. It's the perfect time for you to move forward with this. So some of you, when it comes to a relationship, I think you're being guided to, you know, maybe accept this opportunity or move forward in some way. That's very interesting. And then I think that for those of you that are waiting and maybe dealing with some divine timing here, I think that this is confirming that, you know, you're in that process to keep the faith. You know, things are happening, whether you know it or not, because there could be a lot going on that you just don't realize with this energy here. It keeps things hidden, and there could be some stuff going on like beneath the surface that you're just unaware of. So, you know, still plan, still take action, still do what you need to do, because some of you, you know, you're dealing with some divine timing here, but you should still prepare. So Pisces, I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to me here on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. I wish you a wonderful week. Take care.